Hello everyone and welcome back to another GTA Online video where today we'll be taking a look at something rather unusual. Community-made missions. Or rather, ones that are made by Rockstar Games. Yes, that's right, as part of the Safehouse in the Hills content update, Rockstar have gone full Little Big Planet mode on us and have made some missions using the very same toolset that the players can use themselves to create their own missions. And what's on offer is very interesting, not only because, from what's been shown, the missions that are possible to be made are actually quite in depth, but also the fact that these missions can be copied and pasted for your own use, allowing you to study how the logic works, allowing you to get a head start in creating your own missions. Now, we won't be diving into actually creating a mission, we're just going to be taking a look at what's possible through the tools that are given to the players. And Rockstar presented a bunch of these demonstration missions, giving you information about the logic and behind the scenes as you play them. Now, as actual playable missions, they're actually kinda terrible. The objective of these Rockstar created missions wasn't specifically to create a fun mission, rather it was more to just show what's possible through means of a tech demo. Hell, the first mission in the lineup takes like 30 seconds to beat from start to finish, and that's just taking it at casual speed. So let's see what's on offer, and if you want to play these missions yourself, you can do so by visiting this marker. Now, mission 1 is the really short mission that I previously just mentioned. It demonstrates that you can give an enemy an objective to carry for the player to collect, as well as have a vehicle that you can deliver to then have a friendly AI actor get in said vehicle. It also shows off the ability to create some basic cutscenes. Now, it doesn't look like players will be able to create voiced characters, which is kind of what gives Rockstar Games' games their character. That would probably take too much memory, albeit, but from what I can see, you can create some pretty cool looking cutscenes, like just showing off objectives, etc. It's passable. Mission 2 shows off the ability to be able to use buildings as well as building interiors, such as the Life Invader building. You can set an object to be collected after having interacted with an object, as well as giving certain action flags to enemies if they reach a certain health level. You can have them act out an animation if you injure them, for example. This mission involves a Juggernaut, which does like a little dying animation once its health reaches a low enough level, as well as a cutscene that plays out when you do so. Now, mission 3 is all about stealth. You can have it so that there's like a hostage situation, and if a player gets spotted they will get executed, which will fail the mission. You can also set up other stealth scenarios as showcased in the mission. It also shows off the ability to have friendly NPC characters help the player by performing certain actions, such as the case for this hacker here to open up a gate to allow the player to progress.
go! Cuidado!
Mission 4 shows off the ability to set up missions in which different players can have different roles, such as bank robbers and getaway drivers. It's a short mission, but it does show off the ability to create heist-like scenarios, which is pretty cool. And finally, Mission 5 is all about action. Setting up destruction missions like destroying objectives, protecting targets both on foot and in vehicles, eliminating waves of enemies either in a wave-based combat scenario similar to Survival, or by simply eliminating the enemies that are on site to progress the mission. Now these are pretty cool. If this was released, say, 13 years ago when the game goddamn came out, I'm sure we would have had a ton of creative missions that would utilize the creative game mechanics, much like how Snipers vs Supercars was born, among many other popular games spawned by the GTA YouTube community. The payouts for these missions are the same as normal missions, in which the longer you spend in them, the more you get. I can't help but feel like this creator will be exploited, like say, you have it so that the player just stands still for 10 minutes and then doing some logic stuff, you just have the mission complete automatically, allowing the player to earn cash and RP by just basically rubber banding the controller or something. If I had the desire to create a mission myself, I would probably create an escort mission that I would call Protect the Precious Nuggets, where you have to defend a Cluck and Bell truck while bad guys try and stop you. I reckon something like that would be pretty fun. Hell, depending on how massive you can create missions, I would like to think people out there will make hour-long extravaganza missions, like having a fan-made Metal Gear Solid style mission. You could maybe recreate some of my videos, like say the zombie video where you have to sneak through the Humane Labs facility and there's zombies around and they're trying to get you, and then halfway through there's like an alien boss that you have to kill. That'd be pretty fun. Though, through all of this, I see one major problem, and that's this. Oof. Yeah, I mentioned the missions were relatively short, but coming from earning $120,000 doing a yacht mission to this, it's a tough pill to swallow, I'm not gonna lie. I can't help but feel like people will just ignore player-created missions altogether just because they don't pay enough, and that's a shame. But we can only wait and see. If you found this interesting, let me know what kind of mission you guys would probably make if given the time and the bothering to do so. I'd like to hear. But in the meantime, I will see you in the next video.